Okay, lighting's bad here, but we're going to try it anyways. This is a tutorial on how to set up your stock market price tracking spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the instructions here. This is basically what you're going to need to do for your own price sheet, and I'll show you a few tricks on here. You may have to watch this video a couple of times. All right, so this is what you're going to get when you open up your spreadsheet. You're going to get a spreadsheet like ours, and you're going to have all the main headings that everybody's going to need. So first thing I need you to do is go ahead and set up your spreadsheet. If you've never been on a spreadsheet before, it works not totally unlike a Word document or a Google Doc, but it definitely has some differences. So first thing you do is you're going to go ahead and move the headings. So you're going to cut this piece and you're going to put it right up here in D1. The company names will go right here. Oops, let's go ahead and actually cut that instead of, here we go. Initial investment is going to go here, and initial number of shares is going to go here. All right, now real quick, I'm going to go back through and make sure the borders will stay in. I can click on more and select borders for all of those. All right, I'm going to show you another little trick here. When you have the words kind of overlapping the width of the column, as another thing you can do, you can come up here. It's called text wrap. That's this icon right there. You click the arrow and you select that you want it to wrap around, and then it's going to do that for you. All right, so now we have that. You're going to want date marked in all of these boxes right here, and I gave you the date words, but I'm going to show you a little trick while I do it. You put date in here, and then honestly, this is one of the great things about spreadsheets. You go ahead and copy that one, you click right here, you spread all the way down while you click and hold, and then you just paste them in all of them. All right, now unfortunately I got rid of the boxes there, so I'm going to have to put them back in. Like I said, you may have to watch this a couple of times. And then the last thing we need is we need the total. So I'm going to get rid of that right here and put the total in there. Okay, and I don't need those words anymore. So here you have it. This is what your spreadsheet looks like for everybody. And on the little sample there, it says number 1, number 2, and number 3. But I'm going to show you how to set it up. Okay, so in my imaginary world, I'm going to go ahead and one of the places I'm going to buy stocks is I'm going to buy stocks in Snapchat. See how that works out. So what you do is you just get a Google page, you type in whatever company you have selected, and you write stocks on the end, and then Google is going to give you a page like this. Now to set up all three of these guys, I'm going to have you set up the A column, the B column, and the C column today, and you're also going to do the D column just to get started, and then you have to come back to do the rest. But here's basically how you run through that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write Snapchat, because that's the first one that I selected. Now everyone has $1,000 to invest. I think I'm really interested in how well Snapchat's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put $800 on Snapchat. That's how much I'm going to spend there. Okay, and then that's going to leave me 200 left. So I'm really probably just going to have to figure out, how I want to spend those guys. I'm going to do 100 in those two. And so, I already set this up, so yours should be there too. But if you don't get the dollar sign in there, all you have to do is just select this column and then come up here and just say format as currency, and it'll go ahead and give you dollars. Okay. All right. So the other thing that you're going to need to do yourself is you're going to need to sum these guys right here. So that's actually kind of easy. You click in the box where you want the sum to be. All right. And you click this function right here and you go sum, and it's going to ask you what you want sum. That says sum is what, and so then I'm going to go here, click on the first box that I spend money on, and then I'm going to come down to the bottom. Before I press it, I'm going to go ahead and press shift and hold it down, and then you see it selects all of those guys, and then I'm going to say enter or return, and then it's going to give me my total right there. So exactly how much money it should be. I was given $1,000. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to set up the initial number of shares and then also the first date that you put that in. Okay. So this part's a little bit tricky. So in order to kind of set up that first page so you could see what it looks like, I'm looking at this on November 16th. But if you click on this guy right here, you can see what it's like if you have 5 days. So notice how I scroll through here and I get to see the different number of days. So I'm going to go back one day. All right, I'm going to pretend that I actually bought this on November 15th. Okay, so that looks like, oops, sorry about that, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend I bought this on November 15th. That looks like the low point. Wow, they had a big drop for some reason. But that tells me what it is. So if you look right in there, it tells me that a stock on November 15th cost $12.31. $12.31. So I'm going to go ahead and just jot that down, $12.31. I can get rid of that one later. But I'm going to show you how to set up the formula for that. Okay, so in order to know the initial number of shares, I have to go ahead and say, all right, if one share costs $12.31, I need to find out how much $800 is going to buy me in shares. So here's how you do it. You click on that box, you press equals. All right, that tells me I'm trying to set up a formula. Then you go, this is how much I spent, and I'm going to divide that, and then I'm going to press /. I'm going to divide that by the price of shares on the initial date, 12/31. Then I press enter. Okay, so I got almost 65 shares of Snapchat when I spent my $800 on it. Okay, now I can get rid of this one. I don't need it anymore. So that's how many shares I got. All right, you're going to do the same thing with these different columns. Okay, you're going to figure out what you want, Facebook or Target or something like that. You're going to figure out how much. In my case, it'd be $100 worth of shares, but like I said, you could pick anything. You can go 500, 250, 250. You can go 333, 333, 333, whatever you want. But now I have these first columns here. So here's how much I spent. Here's how many shares I got for the price of shares on the 15th. Now I'm going to go ahead and figure out what happened to my money on 11/16. Okay, because that's the beauty of going ahead and doing this imaginarily, right? So there's the date, 11/16/2017, and this is how I figured that out. That tells me what I've gotten, what I'd be paying for stocks right now on the 16th, 12.56. So they're worth more now than when I bought them. So that's a good thing for me. So here's how you do that. You do it a little bit differently, because if I have this many in stocks and I want to find out how much money that gives me today, you're going to go ahead and once again press equals, right? I want to do a formula. I go equals, then I click on the number of stocks, and I go times. The way I do times is I do an asterisk. That's that funny little star looking thing over the 8, so I have to press shift and 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in today's price of stocks, which again is 12.56 over here. So I write 12.56 and enter. Okay, and that gives me this number right here. So right now it's just going to give me a raw number, but again, I want it to be in money. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that box and click Format as Money. So in one day, my $800 made me $16.25. So not bad, considering all I did is just loan them the money. So that's what you're going to do, only you are also going to fill out the other two. You're going to figure out the number of shares, and you're going to figure out the price on the second day. So again, what you're going to need is you're going to need this spreadsheet, and you're going to need a Google Docs page open, and you're just going to put in whatever stocks you buy, Instagram, Twitter, Target, whatever, and then stocks, and you're going to get this page. Just remember, it's a little bit confusing. You're going to use today's numbers right here for the first day, but you're going to pretend that you bought them on the previous day. So make sure to select a 5-day forecast and then kind of scroll through here and find out what the price was on the previous day, the imaginary day that you bought it. All right, good luck and happy stock marketing.